grit. For carbon steels, the great thing is Japanese handcrafted these carbon steel knives. You know, they're famous for their katana swords to begin with. And at the same time, when they were making these swords, they noticed they stumbled across these natural whetstones. Right here, they're mined from the earth. Japan, Kyoto. And all you do is just basically splash some water on there. Softer stones, they'll get build up enough mud first, a slurry, but to get it going a bit, I use a worn out side. This side's pretty smooth compared to this side. To get a little bit of a mud action going, and this helps bring up that sharpening potential. It's already quite muddy. So it's like a match made in heaven. Carbon steel, Japanese made knife, natural whetstone. And the results are amazing. It just takes a little bit. So I start on the side I started first. Lift up till I feel the angle that I started with. And just now lighter with pressure. Just move back and forth. I'm not trying to create the burr. I'm trying to remove the burr, remove those scratches. Clean up the edge, get it super sharp, but still have some bite. Because like I said, this is a bony knife, meat cutting knife. Goes through a lot of work. Doesn't have to be super sharp. Well, I should say super steep angle. Yep. Just keep working on one side, nice and gentle. And especially with these natural whetstones, you want to, conserve them. So try to utilize the entire surface of the stone, so it wears evenly. Because you can't make these again. Once they're gone, they're gone. Now, basically now, instead of feeling for the burr on the opposite side, I feel how good that edge is. Does it catch my finger, my thumb tip? Does it feel like it bites into it? Oh yeah. So I flip to the other side. Find that angle again. Back and forth. Up and down. Keep your fingers on the knife over the stone. So if you're wondering what natural stone this is, it comes from Atagoyama Mountain. They have very homogeneous, clean stones, but they're not very fine as they can get. So that's why it's great for follow-up on a 1000 grit. Great for mid-range or finish, even just finishing. Like I usually just finish this knife on the stone because it refines it really good. Leaves a lot of bite. But basically, if this was a man-made stone, you would maybe go 2000 grit, 3000 grit. Usually, for the most part of most knives, you finish 3000 grit. Unless it's a higher-end knife. Flip it over. Now, basically, yeah, I've done the work on both sides. Just want to clean it up. Go back and forth a bit on each side. And again, stropping motion. So I'll dry this knife off. Clean it up a bit first. Paper test. Now, does it feel any cleaner cutting? Does it feel sharper? Let's see. I think so. So you can see just in a few short passes, I really cleaned up the edge. And got it basically super sharp, but as sharp as it has to be. You don't have to get any sharper than that. It's pretty fucking sharp. Murder sharp, Kevin Pellegrino would say. People of the knife community. Anyhow, that's sharpening an edge.